People come from all over to enjoy this area. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. You can reach out anytime you like. Please hashtag my name if you want. I've got a lot of powerful content there. What's in your wallet? I've got a wallet like this. If I get coconut oil on receipts, it wipes them out. Can't see them. Makes the print go away. I'm around the water a lot, so that works good too to have it like this. I'm going to zoom in on a ship that is just about to vanish from my perspective here. Oh wow, he's falling off the edge of the flat earth. No, there's just water in between us. Hello. How about that? That's about 5 miles away. Myrtle Beach skyline is over here under the pier. Let's see if I can zoom in on any of that. It's pretty tough because there's a lot of moisture in the air. That's the Prince Resort. Right there, and in front of it is the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier. 8 inches per mile squared can't be found, except in the imagination. That's the space that NASA's most concerned with going to, is the space between your ears, your imagination, to give you a false reality with artificial intelligence. Isn't that special? AI is smarter than people. It's not smarter than God, though. The sun is like a laser beam shooting across the water. This is part 2 of the sunrise view this morning. So yeah, I repeat myself. I know it. I'm good with it. The water will complete the light beam. There's an interruption in it right there because in the middle, because it's a little bit lower. Okay, so even to calibrate a sophisticated laser level liquid is used. Just so you know. Water's a natural level, covers the face of the earth, doesn't conform to an external shape, certainly not a freaking spinning, wobbling, and gyrating oblate spheroid. Don't be stupid, as Rich Ferguson says. I'm saying it too. Don't be stupid about this. Take a look at reality. Water doesn't stick to a ball, a tennis ball, or anything else. We don't have people upside down in relationship to other people. That's why I created the Veeam. It's a upside down or an inverted view. Do you really think there's people in South America, South Africa, Antarctica upside down? Little freaking puppy dogs running upside down. No, of course not. That's stupid. We don't see that. Is something as fabulous as that? If gravity was so freaking amazing, show me the upside down view from an off-Earth platform. No, they won't do it. They'll give us imaginary CGI from computer graphic imagery and chroma key and green screens. The globe exists only in the imagination, folks. We've been duped. We've been duped by the architect of deception. I'm outing that deceptive system. Satan lies. NASA lies. Santa lies. I would get that from my mom. She would say, if I hesitated to obey her to like take out the trash or something, she would say, remember, Bobby, Santa's watching. Santa was dead. However, he existed in my imagination. That's the only place he exists, is in the imagination. Good morning. Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, or gyrating? I know I don't. I'm rock solid. I'm going to show you the tidal numbers. I shot the moon earlier today, a 7% moon. Not going to see that with this much light. You can reach out and call me anytime if you like. Call me whatever you want. Here's the Tides Near Me app. Let me bring up the Cherry Grove inside. Where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon cannot be explained by the globe model or the heliocentric model. The sun-worshipping sun gods, the Masons, the secret societies all worshipping the sun. They're bastards, fallen angels. It's the doctrine of demons. They've been human sacrificing for a long time. They're hijacking remember, there's a lot of conspiracies. 2 kids stealing a bicycle is a conspiracy. What is it? What do you call hijacking the collective consciousness of the hive mind of humanity that's being programmed with computers and deceived? How about that? Isn't that special? Do they know? Do they know they're being brainwashed and deceived? Do you know? Maybe you do. I'm exposing that reality. Some people hate that about me. Some people love that about me. So who do I please? Well, I make an effort to please God as best as I know with His help. He's the one empowering me to do this. As unpopular as this is, I wouldn't want to do it for what people think. People hate it and love it. Look at what the water does. It seeks its level. It'll fall off of that stick he's throwing. Did you see it go flying off of there? Don't think there's dogs upside down in relationship to that dog, do you? Don't be stupid. Upside dogs exist only in the imagination. How about that? Good morning. Another beautiful sunrise, eh? I am. I'm actually videoing today. Yeah. I'm putting you on there. There you are. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Loving it.
When I walk this in the morning, I get to see all of the different
Let me move you a little closer and my audience can hear you. But they're looking at this right now.
Oh wow, isn't that beautiful?
It is.
I walk this every morning and I get to see everybody's view of the sun coming up and what a beautiful world we have, and it takes away from all the stress and problems of the world just looking out there.
Isn't that awesome?
It is.
I love sharing that with people. It's always good to see you.
All right.
Thanks so much. Hey, you too. And that's part of what I talk about, is to get out and enjoy the beauty of this, so that you can breathe the fresh air, see the beauty of creation. God's fingerprints are all over this place. It's obviously created. It's not a cosmic cough or a celestial sneeze. Little bit of moisture in the air. I'm gonna and on my lens. So I won't be getting any vaccinations. I'd recommend everybody just say no to vaccinations, say no to pharmaceuticals. Most of them are toxic. They're not only putting poison in the food and the water, they're putting it in the air. Fluoride is toxic. They put it in the toothpaste. Look at the label if you care to. See the liquid mirror that is? Got it all over the place on my videos. So when I looked in the mirror and I saw an active alcoholic and drug addict smoking, drinking, taking legal and illegal drugs, I was wondering, hey, I thought I was supposed to be free from all of that. Well, all I had was my flesh. Good morning, how are you?
Good, who are you talking to?
Well, I'm talking to my audience that I'll be posting to later on. You'll be on the video. Yeah, because you're taking pictures.
I didn't mean to be.
Oh, you're fine.
So what are you talking about? Who
well,
is Robert? Are you Robert?
I'm Robert Forsch, and you are?
Deborah.
Deborah?
Deborah Kennedy.
Nice to meet you, Deborah. Where are you from?
I'm up from Greensboro, North Carolina. I have a place down at North Myrtle, and I have a friend, she's got a bungalow up there.
Yeah.
And she's never been up here to the point, and she can't really walk out.
Oh.
She's got a boot, and I'm like, I want to get up there and get some sunrise pictures. I ain't been up there in a
Well,
really long time.
here's a sticker for her too. What's her first name?
Joey.
Joy?
Yeah, Joey. She
Oh.
got a broke foot. She's done that in Israel.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Y'all might enjoy this. I've got a video of eagles in the trees out here on video. The eagle is in the thumbnail of the video. If you scroll through, you'll see him. And you might enjoy it, Deborah. I've got a lot of content that I cover.
What time did you get out here?
Just right before sunrise. You know, like about 5 to 6 or so. But sometimes I've got videos up to 12 hours long out here. You can see those. It's on my YouTube Truth playlist, which is an audio Bible merged with the beauty of creation.
And I thought I heard you talk a little bit of politics in there earlier.
Well, I don't leave anybody out. I'm exposing the system of the world, which is largely deceptive.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I think I want to go and talk to that guy.
Do you want to be on the camera for a moment, up close? Here.
Sure.
There you are. This is Deborah. What would you like to tell my audience, Deborah?
On which subject?
What's that?
On what subject?
Anything you want.
Well, as far as North Myrtle Beach and Cherry Grove go, it's a really nice place to come and visit.
Yeah.
As far as the politics in the world, my personal opinion is I think the Democrats are completely out of their mind and they don't know what they're doing or what they're saying or what they're talking about.
So I would agree. So I'm just showing the beauty of this, and what I'll do is I'll put it on my tripod, Deborah, and you can if you want to come on over next to me here, then we'll just show the beauty of this. And what I found out is that I agree with you on the politics, that there's a lot of deception and artificial intelligence, computer learning. You know what computer hardware is, right?
Yes.
Software?
Yes.
How about wetware?
I don't know about wetware.
That's us. How about that?
Right.
That's how AI sees us, as wetware. Yeah, and we've been programmed all our lives. When we were younger, we had Leave It to Beaver, Ozzie and Harriet. Now look at it's a freak show.
It is.
And so what I'm showing, this is a reality show where I'm actually showing people the reality of the world that we live in. And so this is, you know, people, we've got couch potatoes at home and beach potatoes here. There will be people that'll just come on out here and sit, but then there are other people that'll walk, will run, will kite surf, will go horseback riding. Can Joy go horseback riding?
Yes, we were going to do that, but with her foot broken and in a boot, we can't do that.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, because she can't get her foot in the stirrup. She can't balance.
Oh,
and all that
okay,
good stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's understandable. Well, maybe someday she'll be able to. I've done that at Inlet Point Plantation. It's so much fun.
I done it out at the Outer Banks, and we were going to try and do that this past winter, but it just didn't work out the way we could because we want to come here and do it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area.
It's
Beautiful
one of the
area.
best. Yeah.
And I would
So
love
nice.
to have been out here enough to see the eagles, because I don't think a lot of people take time to appreciate sceneries like this.
So
Like
on
you
my,
say, they just want to lay out here.
oh yeah, now on my first video, I have an osprey carrying a fish.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, you can see it. I'll have it up here in a few hours. There's a couple of big birds flying right up there. I don't know if they're if it's an eagle or they're flying too erratic for me to keep them in view.
Right.
They don't look like an eagle. They look more like an osprey.
Yeah. Now, we got an osprey back at home where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a male and a female.
Oh.
And the male does all the hunting, and he'll take the food, catch the fish out of the pond in my backyard, and he'll take it over to the female. She'll go feed the babies.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
How nice. That's more of how it's kind of supposed to be in our society, but we've got a kind of a mixed up world, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I agree. I think sometimes all the technology just, it sometimes throws us back more than throws us to the future, and you know, sometimes change isn't always good.
Well, a digital distraction quite often is going to have deception waiting for the people that'll immerse themselves into it. Whether it's video game or CNN, Fox News, if you think you're getting fair and balanced or the truth, you're getting deceived.
Fair and balanced, you want to open up the good book.
There you go. There you go. The good book, the Bible. And you know, I thought I was born again over 35 years ago, until I actually was about 4.5 years ago. He changed me.
Yeah.
So the flesh is a struggle,
It is.
especially if that's all I had, and that's all I had.
Exactly.
So I was addicted to drugs and alcohol and more. The pursuit of pleasure, which is a dead-end street.
It is. It's a dead-end street.
So when I was actually born again, he gave me a passion, purpose, an eternal perspective, and the power to do what I could not do, and the pleasure to enjoy it all, even in the midst of being unpopular. The
Right.
truth is not determined by popular opinion.
No.
It's determined by God, and a lot of people don't like the truth, they don't love the truth, they don't love the God who created this world.
Exactly.
So it's a challenge, but Deborah, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Too.
Now-
I might see you out here again.
Sure. Now here's my my phone number. If you want to take a screenshot of my lock screen, then you'll have that. If you ever
Will.
want to say hey.
I will. I dropped my phone on it, so I'm hoping it's working. Okay, I got it.
Very good. Nice to meet you,
You too.
Deborah.
Enjoy your day.
Oh, thanks so
I can't
much.
wait to see the videos.
It'll be up in a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate is how people will approach me. I actually want that to happen. However, I have a smile waiting for people looking over at me too. That's one of the reasons why it'll happen as well. Is that I'm open to that. So now that the sun is higher in the sky, which means it's closer to us, it's moving much closer. And I can feel the heat of it, it's warmer. And also the way that it's reflecting off of the water is bouncing right up to the lens of the camera. And what I'll show you here is this. It's hitting me in the face right now, a lot. So I put the coconut oil on my skin to help protect me from that. It interrupts the damage of that the sun can cause. I had a muscle spasm in my back yesterday, and I was in a lot of pain, and even though I was running a little bit later than I wanted to get out this morning, I still bathed in my drinking water, the reverse osmosis carbon filtered drinking water. and added 2 cups of Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate, which took away the pain, took away the muscle spasm, so I feel great. And of course then I added a 1/4 cup of coconut oil as well to the water and to my body. I swallowed it. I swallowed a 1/4 cup of it. It's brain food. So largely much of humanity is toxic with what's going in and on the body, and nutrient deficient, not getting proper nutrition. So I love to listen to the Bible. I love to listen to God's Word. It takes less than a day to hear the entire New Testament. My YouTube Truth playlist is an audio Bible merged with the beauty of creation. And then I also study, I look at videos. I'm aware of a lot of things. I don't need to continually research flat Earth. I know it's flat. It's not that I believe it. It's not my opinion. It's the reality. Okay? That's just the way that it actually is. I know we've got mountains over 5.5 miles tall. I get that. With Mount Everest, that's reported as what the elevation is, above sea level. We're at sea level right now. Higher is drier and lower is wetter, all over the face of the stationary Earth. The sun came up right over here today. Actually, I believe it was right over there. You can see it. And then in the winter, it comes up way over there. Can you see the ships on the horizon? Let me zoom in a little bit. That's only a few miles away, just so you know. There's a lot of water between us, and the tide is, well, let's see, I believe we're approaching high tide right now. So I think I showed you my phone number. I'll do it again. That's an anytime number. You can hashtag my name because, well, there's powerful content across the different social media platforms. Even if I lose my YouTube channel Truth, which can happen, my name is going to stay the same. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. You can check it out if you like to, if you care to. I've got a lot of evidence there to back up what I'm talking about. Okay, so it says that the high tide is 20 minutes from now. I know I showed it earlier, but since I'm talking about it, I just wanted to show you. We'll have a higher tide in the evening than today. You can look at the amounts of it. A foot higher this evening than today. As I talked about earlier, and I'll mention it again, the sun warms up the water and expands the volume and reduces density. So, do you know what a gallon of water weighs? Well, it depends. It depends on the temperature. Now I got that sun blasting me right in the face from the beach there. It's bouncing off. It's a mathematical equation. There's a lot of mathematics to do with it would be geometry, as in the reflection and the shadows, all of that. So the temperature changes the volume and density of water. The moon puts off a cool light. The moonlight is cooler than the shade of the moon. You can get an infrared thermometer and test it if you want to. I've done it. I've recorded as much as 7 degrees cooler that the moonlight is over the moon's shade. The sun, moon, and stars move above the stationary Earth. There's a warming effect with the sun and a cooling effect with the moon. In the book of Genesis, the book of beginnings, the talk of creation, the creation of this world, there's a firmament that separates the waters from above the earth from the waters below that we're looking at. The flood that Noah prepared for, God opened up the fountains of the deep, which could be an aspect and a factor in the tidal activity. We've got a 4 to 7 foot tide area activity here in Myrtle Beach area, South Carolina, where we're expecting 20 million guests this year. Now the Bay of Fundy up in Canada has upwards of a 35 foot tidal activity. I've met people that have been there, almost drowned there in that. Right now what's going on is the water is filling up the coastal preserve right there in the middle of the view. And then that water will come back out, fills it up, comes back out, and there's going to be a fight with that water and turbulence that creates tidal pools. So we've got the fountains of the deep that circulate water, apparently, according to scripture. Are they still doing that? Could be. Could be. And then we've got temperature differentials. Now we've got warmer water than I've ever seen this time of year. It's in the 80s. About that. In modifying the weather, AI, artificial intelligence, we've got puppets that are politicians, but behind pulling the strings we've got Satan. He'll use who and what he can. God uses it all, including him. Oh, and then we had the floodgates of heaven that opened up. I've got a documentary showing the ark, Noah's Ark in the mountains of Ararat. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. Feel free to call me anytime. Thank you.